And actually going back to the ideas of like companies and adoptions, because we talked about how many it could be used for anybody. You mentioned it's really it's a product that could be used by all. There's not specific applications that would just benefit from it. It's really good for everyone. So a really good question that I'd have is, if you have a company or somebody that's willing or wants to upgrade from where they're at today, let's say they're on Wi-Fi 5, would you recommend that they go to Wi-Fi 6E, or skip 6 altogether, or should they wait for Wi-Fi 7? I mean, I know that that's still kind of on the horizon, but it would be interesting to hear what your opinions are. What would you tell a company or a person about should they do that upgrade?
Yeah, so very good question. I think it's always the question of, if you don't upgrade soon enough, then the new standard is right around the corner. Should you wait for it, or should you upgrade it today? So, Wi-Fi 7 clients, and we have already announced Wi-Fi 7 client device as Qualcomm, and we will soon be shipping client devices, expecting to ship them next year, early next year. But look, again, any technology introduction happens in the very premium tier, where there is a need for a very high bandwidth, very low latency, very high performance type of applications. And over a period of time, it will waterfall into all of the different devices. From if I were to say, again, networking and mobile devices being the first, and then notebook computers, x86, PCs, laptops, and then consumer electronics devices. So if you are still in Wi-Fi, I would immediately upgrade to Wi-Fi 6E, because 6E includes Wi-Fi 6 as well. And what you are going to do with that is, number one, you are going to get the benefits of all Wi-Fi 6 and 6E today. And then you are able to get those, again, Wi-Fi 7, if the products launches start happening in a year from now, then by the time it is going to be mainstream, it is going to be 2 years to 2.5 years for 3 years for the consumer electronics type of devices. So, and I'm not saying that there will be some consumer electronics devices that might adopt to Wi-Fi 7 quickly, but the mainstream devices that we are talking about, I would recommend them to go jump onto Wi-Fi 6 and Wi-Fi 6E today.
And do you see any risks for not doing that? Like if they don't upgrade to 6E, would there be risks? Let's say they're on Wi-Fi 5 and they have that option to go to 6E or wait. And as you mentioned, it's probably best to update to 6E. But what would be the risks if they didn't do
that? So again, the risks would depend on the type of application that you're using. So if you are in a appliance type of device, let's say if you have a washing machine that has a Wi-Fi, or if you have a refrigerator that have Wi-Fi, very low data rate, maybe some display and stuff, probably they don't see much of a difference. But if you are going to put use Wi-Fi into a high data rate and latency sensitive video type of applications, anything that you want to use, or streaming audio, video, set-top boxes, this kind of applications, there you see that now everybody is going to upgrade their phones 18 to 24 months. So sooner or later, most of the people already might have a 6E phone, or they might be getting one. So they are going to get used to certain user experience that is being given by Wi-Fi 6E. And if these other devices that also require a high bandwidth, they are not upgraded, then the users are going to see a perceivable difference in user experience with Wi-Fi 6E versus not having Wi-Fi 6E. So that might impact their user experience. So that's why we recommend that most applications that require high bandwidth and high application, anywhere user experience is determined by the Wi-Fi experience, we recommend them to upgrade to Wi-Fi 6E.